There's a version of you that exists right now that has all your dreams, all your desires, everything that you want, the city, the bank account, the energy, whatever it is that you want. There's a version of you that already has that, and they already exist. And the only thing separating you from that version of yourself is the decisions that you have not made yet. It's not the money, it's not the city, it's not all of those things. It's simply the decisions that you haven't made yet. So there are different versions of our reality. There are different versions of ourselves, and they are made and built based off of our choices and our decisions in our daily life. And this is all backed by quantum physics or quantum mechanics, right? The choices that you make create these ripples in the timeline, right? So if you're someone that gets up and has the same routine every day, your timeline is pretty predictable. It's going to continue to go the same. That's why we call it quantum leaping or shifting your reality, because when you shift a habit or shift a decision, make a different choice, you shift the timeline, you open up a new pathway to a different timeline, a new possibility. Call it quantum jumping, because if you just make a different choice, you have jumped from here to there. And a lot of us think that these are these big jumps or these big leaps or these big shifts, like it's these major changes that we notice, but it's really like ripples in time. Like, have you ever seen the movie Jumper? If you haven't, go watch it. But there's this guy, and he can jump anywhere. He can teleport, basically. Go anywhere he wants to. Doesn't need a plane ticket, don't need nothing. He can go there. But the only rule to that is he has to have already have been there, or he has to be able to vividly see, feel, know exactly where he's going. He has to be able to know. And that is the place that we create from, right? So like, we have all these techniques, or we do our manifestations, our visualizations. But if you haven't gotten into like full detail and you don't exactly know where you're going to be or where you're going, it's kind of hard to jump there and to leap there. A lot of us say we want the lifestyle of someone that's just very wealthy and successful, but we haven't started getting up on time for our normal, regular life. What do you think someone that's super successful has on their plate? They can't sleep in running a multi-million-dollar business, and they're the boss. They can't sleep in and miss a day. I think we think like, okay, yeah, you're going to get sleep when you have money. Yeah, when you have money, you're going to get some sleep. You're going to get some rest. But a lot of that time is usually planned rest. It's like, if you haven't made the choices and the decisions in your life to like start being that person, how will you become that person? That person already exists. You don't have to go find them. They already exist. You just have to continue to step into becoming them. For example, let's just say you're driving home from work and you always take the highway. You take the highway, same exit, same left, same light. You home, you in your crib. But let's say today you decide to take the more scenic route. You say, you know what? I'm tired of traffic. I just really want to take a different route. Or it's just, you just want to do it. You take the scenic route and you notice a place you've never been to before. You decide to stop there. Let's say it's a farmer's market or some type of shop, something you're interested in. You go in there. Let's just say you buy something. It becomes your new favorite thing, where you meet someone and y'all have a conversation and lead somewhere, or their conversation sparks this idea. Or without all of the traffic, you just being able to drive, you get this idea. You're able to sit in silence. You're able to finally make a decision that you've been sitting on. Like, that is the shift. That is the change. Those are the shifts, and those are the changes. So when we talk about jumping timelines and shifting reality and quantum leaping and bringing our manifestations into our life, it is the little things that add up, our little habits, our little choices, our little decisions, because they are truly the big ones. We are setting out a ripple in time. We are entering into a new timeline. In order to become the version of yourself that has those things, you need to be able to know exactly how that life is going to be. You need to be able to vividly see where you're jumping, because a lot of us are jumping blind. We're leaping blind. We're trying to get into this new lifestyle without any idea or any clue for what it is. And I already talked about this in another one of my videos, happiness is not the only way. Right? Happiness is not the only state. And a lot of us try to feel the happiness of having $1 million. But no, think of all that comes with having a multi-million dollar business, right? Go do some research, go find out, go check out some people, like actually really understand what it's like to run a multi-million dollar business. It comes with a lot. It comes with new things. It comes with being uncomfortable. It comes with some losses. It comes with you having to understand taxes and how your money is distributed. And it comes with you having to outsource and trust other people and build relationships and network and speak up for yourself, and a lot of things that you don't do in your day to day. So when you think about the becoming and jumping into those timelines, you have to first start making the shifts with your daily choices and daily decisions. So I'm going to give you some homework. Yay, we love homework, right? I'm going to give you some homework. Get that journal. I'm going to always recommend a journal. Get you 1,000 journals if you need to, but get you a journal. Get you something to write in. And I want you to write out what that day-to-day looks like. And then I want you to start implementing 1 or 2 of those things. For example, if you want to be someone that's fit and fine and healthy, you need to have 30 minutes to an hour of a few days, if not all the days of the week, being active. You need to have that set aside, and you can't miss it. You can miss it, but you won't choose to miss it. You know, you won't make that choice because we're shifting into our reality, into our timeline. And I do believe that a lot of people think that simply meditating it to you and scripting and affirmations are going to bring it to you. And those are wonderful practices. Those are wonderful practices. But we have to think about the more practical day-to-day practices and how we're showing up for ourselves and our relationship with ourselves. So instead of jumping blind for what we want, we need to really go research the life that we want. And some of us may even find that that is not the life that we want. That is not the lifestyle that we want. We don't want to actually do that. You don't really want to run $1 million business. You want $1 million. So maybe by taking that scenic route, or trying something new this week, eating a new dinner, going to a new restaurant, taking a walk somewhere you've never been, finally going on that trip, whatever it may be, writing the post, posting the video, sharing the art, whatever it may be, it will open a door for you to receive that $1 million lifestyle without you having to run $1 million business. Some people enjoy the thrill, the grind of chasing money and getting that and scaling businesses. Some people enjoy that. That's something that fills them. They like that structure. They like that. They like discipline. Some people like that. Some people enjoy it. It brings them fulfillment. Not saying it's always fun for them. I won't say that, but they like that lifestyle. That might be something totally opposite of what you actually want. And so by knowing exactly what you want, you're able to truly become that, because we are overly influenced right now. So a lot of people think they want things that they see other people have because it comes with a car, it comes with a house, it comes with the vacations, it comes with this, that, and the third. But comparison is a thief of joy. Don't look at someone else's life and think that it's just something that you want based off material aspects, because materials, I don't care who you are, materials don't bring you fulfillment or peace, or they don't do anything for you. They're just an extension of a life that you created. So don't just go out trying to jump into a lifestyle or jump timelines to a life that you don't even want. That's something that you want to also consider. But when it comes to creating your reality, knowing that you are a source, you have to know what it is that you want. You have to be able to see it vividly and clearly so that you can jump into that. You can leap into that. You have to be able to shift the day-to-day things. Like, whatever it is that you want to do, your passion or your project or your business or whatever, if you're not dedicating some time to that every day, but you're telling yourself that you are an artist, but you don't do anything artsy or creative on your day-to-day, how are you living that? How are you becoming that? How do you expect to get into that timeline with no connection to it? You're not doing anything that leads to that timeline. So if you do your day-to-day, get up, brush your teeth the same way, make your bed the same way, or don't make your bed. You put on your clothes, go to work, go to school, go out. Maybe you don't work, whatever, go run your business, whatever it is that you do. And then you eat the same, everything looks the same. then that is what you will get, you know. Your life will just reflect you. So everything will look the same. But if you want to leap, you need to start figuring out where you need to make those shifts. Because shifting your reality is not this big, you wake up in a mansion. And we would all love that. Like, let me go to sleep and meditate on it and wake up in a mansion. No, you have to wake up and think like, okay, the version of me that lives in a mansion, the version of me that travels the world, the version of me that you need to like say it, sit with it and think about it. Like, the version of me that travels the world is not afraid to go somewhere by myself. Do you go places by yourself right now? Do you get out of the house in your own city? Even if it's a small little town, do you get out and do anything? Do you go anywhere? Do you get outside of the house? Was it called agoraphobe or something, where you're just afraid of outside? Like, if you're someone that sees the best version of themselves, or the version of themselves they want to be, traveling often, do you get outside the house? Do you have a list of places you want to travel? Have you researched the places you want to travel? Have you looked at plane tickets? Have you looked at like where you'd want to stay when you get there? Have you looked at how you're going to have to get a SIM card? Have you looked at transportation? Have you studied like as far as the culture? Like, have you planned the food you're going to eat there? What are you going to wear on this trip, right? You're not doing anything to shift the timeline. Like, let me give you an example, because this gonna sound like fairy tale, but let's just say, okay, you want to travel to Guatemala. I'm just picking Guatemala. I think that's a beautiful place. You want to travel to Guatemala. Let's just say, you know what? You might not have the money right now, but you're gonna go search for tickets to Guatemala, leaving out your nearest airport. You get online. They got 90% off tickets from 7 to 9, and it just so happens to be 7:20. So your $300 ticket is now, you paying like $30. You paying like $30 for the ticket. So you know you got enough money for the ticket. You book it for like a few months out. Now you got the flight. Now you got to commit to it. So you set a little bit of change aside, ready for your trip. You set a little bit of change aside or whatever, and now it's time to buy the clothes for it. You go to buy the clothes, you know, you set aside like $300 for your fits or whatever to get all the clothes. You go, there's a super sale on wherever you're going to get stuff with free shipping. So all the clothes you're about to spend $300 on, you end up getting them for $150, half off. You get the clothes. Now you got an extra $150 for the trip. You feel me? You start opening up doors of opportunity for your life to shift. If you say you're someone that travels, you will be able to travel. You will be able to do whatever you want to do, but you have to start walking in that life. That is how you shift your timeline. That is how you quantum leap. You have to start walking in that life right now. You cannot worry about all the physical restraints and everything that you see in front of you. You cannot worry about that, because if you decide that you're someone that travels and you get up and say that, and you be that, and you act as that, not even act, I don't like to say act, but act as that, it'll show up. For example, I had to start over. I'm burping a lot. I just had some coffee, but I had to start over my life. I didn't have to. I chose to start over my life, and I didn't want to wait. I didn't want to wait again, because normally I like to, because I move around. I shift a lot. I shift a whole lot. Different cities, different people, different everything. I shift a lot. So this time I was like, this is a big shift for me, because I'm going to create something and build something that I've always wanted to do. No more waiting. And with that, when it was time to go, I said, I'm not going to wait until I save up some bands and save up some money and pay off some debt. I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to wait till I have the place. I got up and left, and I was in a hotel for like a month. And anyway, everything worked out, because I got a place. I got a new place. I don't have to worry about bills. I don't have to worry about anything. I don't care about that stuff, because that's what I said my new life was going to be. There was a version of myself that had a new spot where I don't worry about bills. It's cool. It's chill. I can create. I can do what I want to do. And I just literally jumped. That was a jump. That I got up, went to that city, and just was at hotels until it worked out. And then I didn't even find the place. A friend of a friend, connections, whatever. No, a friend of family. I'll say that. A friend of a family worked in real estate. sent me some links to some places, and all I did was call like the first few on the list. I was not even tripping because they were all like in the area that I said I want to stay in, and they were all like, you know, good, cool places. I just called, and whichever one said I could come tour first, that's the one I came to, and I moved in within a few days. Like instantly, they had a spot ready for me. I toured the exact spot I was gonna be in. I'm in it. So that happened. That's y'all. You sitting here like I did. For one, I'm gonna bring it back to me. If I didn't take that jump or that leap, this family member that introduced me to this friend that's in real estate, because well, I wouldn't even say they're a friend. They work together in real estate, but I'm gonna say they're a friend. They would have never mentioned this person to me if I didn't take that leap, because they always knew this person. And they always knew this person existed in the area that I wanted to stay in, or around the area that I wanted to stay in. That always existed. That was a timeline that always existed. But if I did not shift my timeline, we would have never had that conversation in my old timeline, because it wasn't necessary. Sometimes you got to make a leap and take a jump and shift your reality in order for the people around you to shift. If you want people in community to help you in a way that serves you, sometimes you got to show them that you're not playing about your life. And I don't mean like you got to prove anything to anybody, but I'm saying if you just shift it and don't give nobody an option to pull you back, hold you back, sometimes it'll open up a timeline where they help you in this way, or they show up for you in this way, or they serve you in this way, because it's always going to work out for you. So that version of yourself exists in a timeline. It's there. You just have to decide what this person does, how they do it, what they do, how they feeling, what it's looking like, how they move. You have to really understand truly who that person is, and you have to become that version of yourself. You have to shift into that timeline, and then everything will start flowing all together. You get up and you move like them. You're already them. Now you just going along with the timeline for all that stuff to come into your life. I'm telling you, like, there are so many stories of people in their lives shifting their timeline, moving or changing jobs or changing a career path or leaving family or leaving a relationship or just anything. You know, I'm just giving some examples and doing something different, because you can do whatever you want. It's your reality. You can do what you want and doing something different. And then so many doors just started opening up for them. So many opportunities, you know, and that could be you. So like I said, you got some homework. I'm going to need you to figure out exactly who this person is, where you're shifting to. And if that's not the person you really want to shift to, then figure out who, you know, which version of you. Because there's so many versions of you. But like, I don't have no kids. There's a version of me somewhere that has kids. We not going to that. But there's a version of me somewhere that has kids. You know, like, you have to think about it like that. I want you to think that crazy. Like, there are infinite possibilities in this reality, in all these realities. And they're all existing simultaneously, all at once. There's a movie. I don't know what it's called. Everything All at Once or something like that. She's just making different decisions and opening up new timelines, walking into new timelines. And you could do that too. So I want your homework to be get in that journal and write this out, and then see what that person does. I want you to sit with this, and then I want you to pick one or two things that you're going to do in your day-to-day now, that you're going to make sure that you make happen, and you're going to stand on, and you're going to watch things just come into your life because you have shifted. That is the shift. That is the leap, right? All right. It's so wavy. This is I Am Source. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how y'all feeling about my videos so far. Like, you know, let me know what's good. Let me know what's good. Let me know if I'm getting to y'all. Like, let me know. Ask me questions. Whatever y'all want to do. And of course, don't forget, I always drop a question of the day in the video. I think today's question is going to be, today's question, because y'all got homework. Today's question is going to be, what is it about your life that you're ready to shift that matches that timeline that you want to be in? All right, don't quote me. I think that's how I'm gonna say it. But yeah, I love you, and I will see you on my next episode, my next video, whatever. Mwah.